Welcome to... Oh, wait, what is it called? 4-1-1992, or otherwise, it's basically a teaser for the game. I'm not... Actually, when is it coming out? Hang on, let me check. The Bunny Graveyard, which is releasing sometime 2022. There's a little teaser you can find. Link in the description below, of course. There's a teaser that the developer dropped on GameJolt and itch.io, as well as... Well, not as Steam. Just GameJolt and itch.io, or a teaser. I've already played through the game, so there'll be spoilers ahead of me basically explaining how to get all the solutions. So spoilers up ahead. If you want to try to solve this yourself, because it's like it's a puzzle, a heavily puzzle-based game, and it took me a bunch of tries and many hours. Like, there was no uploads on, I would say yesterday, but I don't know when I'm uploading this. There was no videos on Saturday the 2nd because I was stuck on these puzzles trying to solve it so I could record a video of me having solved it. So it's now I can finally record it, but I've already solved it. So unfortunately there isn't any kind of crazy reactions, but it is a cool game, and I'm looking forward to the Bunny Graveyard. So I felt just to create this so people can see, so people can see the teaser of what's to come with the Graveyard Bunny, and has bunnies involved. Hell yeah! But let's get into it. So the whole part of the game, again, you should maybe play it yourself just for the curiosity. Research notes. You got to try to log into the computer. Symbols from yesterday, important. Words are numbers. Type the number, not the letters. A equals 1, B equals 2, etc. Only 5 letters, and you have to guess and solve the puzzle to log into the computer. It took me a while. I mean, let me see. The first one is obvious. The second one was also obvious, and this one, well, you guys can't see my mouse cursor. The top left is obvious, the top right is obvious, the middle right is a sword, and the rest took me a while. Like, the left one was medium difficulty, the scratched out one I guessed properly, and then the bottom right and bottom left were the hardest, the absolute hardest. I'm not sure if it'll change in the future or not, but either way, we'll just go through it like one at a time. I'll also keep on my side here, you guys can't see it, but I'm keeping a alphabetical, like A equals 1, so I don't have to like count with my fingers or some shit. I can just look at the list and be like, ah yes, T is 20, because this goes up, as you see, all the way. So I have to make sure I spell the words properly of what I think these mean. So let's go with the ones. Yeah, let's go with the second image. I'll do the quote-unquote first one that shows the image of a bunny. We'll do that one a little later. Right now we'll do the second one. And I'm basically just like since I know the solutions, it's kind of a bummer. I get it. There's no reactions, but that's fine. Otherwise, I could just do this in like non-commentary mode and just play the game normally. Maybe. I'm such a big fan of horror. I don't know why, but I just like getting scared once in a while. The monsters are so cool too. But that's that's the word grave. And you'll see on the list. Hang on. There, see, we solved it now. We'll just do the easy ones. Next, I'm gonna do sword. That one was grave. Next one is sword. So let me type it in slowly. It's a little it takes a while because then you have to look back and forth and be like, okay, what is W? Okay, what is O? And just go back and forth. Kind of a pain, but being I'm invested in the game and do want to play in the future, it's just, has to be done. Access granted. Yesterday, we got to see a pretty cool movie. I forgot most of the plot, but that sword was so cool looking. I wish Mom could get me one. I don't think that anything ever happens in those memories, like if you just sit and stare at them. It's just as is. And there's that. Next one, I guess we could do the third image. What was that one? I think it was space. Alright. Access granted for space. Very nice. Very calming. My brother got me into Starfightox? Starfightox? Basically Star Fox. A cool little game about a group of space rangers on their quest to save the galaxy. I think I'm getting addicted. Huh. It's nice and calming. Somehow. In a way, even though it's supposed to be a horror game. Like, for instance, who knows what's hidden around this computer? Who knows if scary things might happen? Oh. And that's not a foreshadowing, by the way. It's just me saying. It's like, the computer reminds me of the games that are like the, you're like on a computer in a first-person game, and you're like sitting on a computer and you don't know what's behind you and you just hear creepy noises all the time. It's sort of like that. I guess we can do the bottom ones that gave me the hardest time, and then, actually, you know what? We'll do the one that's a hidden one, because it gives us a different message if I do it now. Just give me a sec. It would be the word, and again, so I shouldn't have to warn about spoilers at this point. It's death. Yeah. So let me fix this up. There we go. We click this, maybe death. This happens. It seems you still have some work to do, my friend. Let us not rush our upcoming meeting. And that's what happens. What if I do it again? Maybe it's the same message, or maybe something different I wouldn't actually know right now. Same message? It actually is without the message. Interesting. Well, as long as it's not bugged. I wonder if they actually would have some... Ooh. Maybe I'm actually stuck. I guess they didn't intend for you to type in death twice in a row, because I don't think there's a script telling you how to actually get out of this, because enter key is normally what gets me out, and it's not working. So let me quit the game and relaunch. Alright, with our list now there, I'll do the last two ones that were hard, but again, there's no spoiler, but the hardest part was, you look at these images, and like I said, the other ones are obvious. The third one was a little off, because it looks like a UFO, or it looks like a bowl of ice cream. The first one's clearly rabbit or bunny. I mean, come on. But the bottom left one, for the love of God, I was like, is it a carrot? Is it a beetroot? Is it parsnip? What vegetable is 5 letters wrong? Like, 5 letters long, rather. I couldn't find the answer. It took me hours. So it's a lot of thanks to... Let me double check. A lot of thanks to the people in the developers Discord. I'll do a little shout out, because I mean, I am appreciative, of course. I'm not sure if the developer's name is Pigeons, as in like pigeon. Pigeons Discord, which you can find on their Twitter account. A username Mr. Spacetime. I would like to say thank you. If you don't even see this video, it doesn't matter. But thank you for the help in getting the last damn code. It was driving me nuts. Just imagine. I'm just like looking at this and I'm like, carrot. What else can it be? I looked at it for even longer and I was like, is it an eyeball and tweezers about to stab it? And then now you see what I see, right? And now it looks like, say you look at it, it looks like a feline's eye, you know, like with the white, like the slit in the iris kind of thing. And it's just like whatever the thing is, like it's either a carrot and that's the carrot leaf on it, or it's an eyeball and tweezers. Instead, it is a carrot, but the word you're meant to use is feast, because it is a feast of carrots. And the bottom on the bottom right isn't moon or lunar or crackers or cookie or crumbs. Anything that's 5 letters are wrong. It's dream. And it's not me saying that in a way of like bashing the developer. It is just very hard. And a lot of games like these, you know, it's like either augmented realities, alternate realities. Sometimes puzzles can be convoluted because maybe the developer doesn't want you to solve it too quickly. But I got most of them. It's just not that one. But yeah, let me type in the last two and then we'll do bunny. Alright, dream. It's just weird trippiness. I've been having this weird dream recently. It's like an endless loop of circles taking me somewhere, but it never reaches its destination. It's all just things that link to the bunny graveyard in the full game. Like, it has meaning and it's sort of like teasing the plot and what's going on. Like, the game store page is always talking about, let's say, the bunny graveyard. It's the full game is saying, after her brother mysteriously disappears from their home, Sky, the bunny, or female bunny, tries to overcome her fear of the dark and explore the haunting streets of Carrot Town. Original town name, I know. But I'm looking forward to that game, but the biggest emphasis on story is just simply what is the bunny, what's with the bunny's past, and why do they say, don't let the bunny know? There's something about secrets that need to be kept from said bunny, and relating to their eye and eye patch, but that's the mystery about the game, and that's at least one of the things that'd be interesting, is finding that out. So with this, now, let me type in feast. Feast. Granted. My mom loves carrots. Don't even get me started on carrot soup. Apparently they're good for your eyes. Maybe that's why she loves them so much. And this plate is just empty, so... some kind of meaning of, I don't know, not being able to eat? Being restricted from eating? My assumption, because like I'm not spoiled of the main game itself, so here's my theories, just from looking at it. The bunny character, or the main character, has to be some kind of lab experiment to some kind of weird thing that links to the universe. What sci-fi or fiction is used, or what sorcery, what witchcraft, which demonic shit, what weird shadow shit, what monsters, what weird things gonna happen in the game? I don't know. I'm assuming the bunny is an experiment in some kind of, like Umbrella Corp style laboratory, and then she's just released into the world, sort of like Lily's Well. Think of it like Lily's Well. That's at least the feeling I'm getting, is it's like Lily's Well, where the girl was being, and spoilers, I guess, for Lily's Well. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it and stop listening to me. Lily's Well's good. But being experimented on, I'm assuming it's the same thing with the bunny. So the hardest, or maybe not the hardest, but bunny. Let me type that in first. Bunny. Access granted. Instead, we get this mini game where we play as said bunny with the eye patch. In this, I'm just gonna be very straight. You wouldn't know maybe what you're doing unless you have a keen eye or expect to know what you're looking for, because it's just like this kind of, Atari style game, maybe inspired by FNAF, because that's inspired many other things. You collect these weird shadow things, probably linking to the story in some way, or what's wrong with the bunny at least. Again, theories. I'm not spoiled, and this teaser does not tell you the story. It just teases. So everything is pure theoretical of what the story is about, what's wrong with the bunny. If there was experimentations, maybe to ponder on what kind. I can't. It's too much though. So I can only guess. But the thing is, you can explore this little map area, and as you'd expect, there's glitches, and it's interesting. You have to figure out what to do in this area. But I eventually figured out, these trees. You're like, what the fuck's wrong with these trees? Maybe some of you would look at it and just be like, it's just trees. It's just random shit. But they actually form a number. So this forms a number. It's 0, by the way. And then there's one here, and it's 2. And then you have to just, simply line up the codes. Because if you figure it all out, then you get a code for what spells out death. The funny thing was, I spelled out death before even doing this minigame. So it's kind of funny figuring it out, because as soon as I figured out the bunny puzzle, I was like, oh, the green's actually a number. Oh. And all the numbers can be found in here, and it spells out death. But I typed in death way before I even did the minigame and found that out. Because you got some colors here, for instance. I was like, oh, colors. But what numbers do they form? You can figure it out yourself, maybe. Except you already know what the word it spells out anyways. But yeah. And you maybe grab that. The video is not going to be as entertaining as if I was recording ahead of time, but then it would have been a recording where I'd have to stop 80% of the way through and just be like, well, I'm stuck. Recording done. Oh well, I couldn't figure out the puzzle. But then I figured it out. You have to get the last number though, and I guess I'll show you guys. Over here. Not the 6 out of 6. That just shows you the red number that you need. But to get the blue number, you have to go way off the board. I don't even think the Game Theory channel needs to even cover this. It's too small. It'd be a 2-minute video. Unless they somehow find a way to drag it along by monologuing pointless filler shit just to push it beyond 10 minutes. But here, 1. And it's blue. And you'd realize then that the significance of the colors if you paid attention to the screen. It was slow to me at start. I was like, it's just numbers, whatever. But then red, pink, blue, green, yellowish orange flesh color. I'm not sure if they call that beige or beigeish orange or flesh colored, honestly. But yeah, the colors, they line up. And they spell death. So we'll do death one more. Now that we have all the rest of the words, I think that should actually then solve the final puzzle. Alright, let's do it. Well, look at that. Oh, and it popped up the Steam page, yeah, the Steam Store page. But it says, thanks for playing. Bunny. Who knows what's wrong with the bunny, but I'm gonna presume the bunny lives, unfortunately, in isolation and loneliness, and has something really weird or something really wrong with them that they can't help themselves. I'm guessing that's more or less what you could probably vaguely explain their character arc, who knows. But hopefully all goes well for the bunny and they have a happy ending, cause bunny. I don't know, I just have a fixation on bunny, and you have to pronounce it like bunny. I like bunnies. But anyways, without it getting too weird now, but that was the teaser for the Bunny Graveyard. Link in the description below. I guess I say link in the description below both for the Bunny Graveyard, the full game, which is yet to be released and for 2022, and also a link. Oh, pop-up says, we'll meet again, my friend. And a pop-up. I didn't get that pop-up before. I hit escape before that popped up before. But yeah, a link in the description down below for the full game, and a link in the description for, let's say, Game Jolt's download. It's either I can do Game Jolt or either or. But we'll link for the teaser if you somehow got to this point but want to play it yourself for some reason. That makes no sense. And just because I like to link the games I'm playing, obviously. I hate when YouTubers don't include links to the game they're playing. I absolutely hate that. But I hope you enjoyed the teaser. It's definitely interesting. And there's going to be a lot more horror elements in the main game, I do believe, but don't take my word for it. But it is a horror game. I'm excited for it. It's all that matters. I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited too, and I hope you enjoy the teaser. Hopefully me being aware of what happens didn't ruin it too much for you guys, because I don't like being spoiled or learning. Normally I avoid that at all costs, but in this case, since it was highly puzzle-based, I didn't know if I was going to be able to achieve it on my own. I needed some help ultimately, but I wanted to at least make sure that I could solve it, so I don't just like release a video that I never solve and it's just incomplete and then it bugs people, because then it's like, you know what I mean, right? Then it's like anticlimactic. It goes at a cliffhanger, me just being like, I didn't solve it. And it's either I ask for the developer for help if they are willing, or ask for help in general. That's what I ended up doing, but it's a good teaser nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber, hit the notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching, and until the next time.